just jumping to this season now that we are. So you had like two great performances in Australia. You are leading the Challenger Series. So I think like you are very confident in like requalifying for 2023. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, the position I'm in today is a good position. Of course, I would have preferred to make the cut to being on the world tour and not making the cut. That sucked this year, but that's only my fault. I didn't perform the best way possible, and that cut was very tough. But bouncing back with the Challenger Series and finding myself now in a good position to requalify. Of course, it's really it's a really good position to be in, and yes, I feel super confident to be back straight away next year. But and obviously I'm a very competitive surfer, and I would prefer to be already on tour than this. But I'm not gonna back down from a fight like I've never done, and I'm gonna give it my best to be back on the world tour, hopefully by the end of the year.
Nice. Yeah, and I was about to ask you about like this mid-year cut. Like, so what are your thoughts on that? Like from my perspective, I think like most surfers didn't like it, right? Like, because it's
So
it is difficult for those like who are on the tour, right? Like, as you have like
I mean,
fewer chances and events to keep their spot, and even difficult for the ones who are trying to come from the challenger because like you are like doing this mini tour with top surfers. So what's your thoughts on that?
yeah. So a lot of surfers disagree with this mid-year cut. Um, I understand in a way the decision that WSL made. I understand they want to try and make halfway through the year more exciting, but I don't think it's fair to the surfers. Especially someone who just qualified on the world tour. You deserve to express yourself in 10 events, every location in the world. It's a world tour, so you deserve to go to every single event. There's some events that I consider myself that I'm it's better for my surfing. Some events that maybe I'm not as good in those conditions. But if you give me the 10 events, I'm confident enough that I will be requalifying and hopefully even make the top 10. And not to get that chance of the whole year, it's definitely shitty. But in saying that, if I made one more heat anywhere, I would have made the cut. So okay, it's also my fault for not performing, like I said, as well as I wanted to, as I was, hoping to. But for sure, there's ways of looking at it, but I just don't think it's fair for a surfer. I don't think it's completely fair for a surfer.
Yeah, completely agree with you.
And
Uh,
also,
just talking now about
the
like a little
prize.
bit about go ahead, go ahead,
Sorry,
go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. The prize money on the Challenger Series is very
No,
low.
no.
Is super low. So the prize money on the Challenger Series, you don't make much money. So if the Challenger Series was closer prize money to the World Tour, then maybe it would make sense because okay, you know what, like you fall off the World Tour, but you're still into a Challenger Series, which is a tour where you can sustain yourself, where you're still gonna make money. Then the level is super high. So okay, but if the prize money is still on the Challenger Series, you're basically betting on yourself to be on tour next year to make money, but you're most likely wasting money during the Challenger Series unless you're making the quarters or semifinals every single event.
Yeah, and we are talking about like long trips, right? They're always like selling this surfing lifestyle, like the dream tour. But when it comes to money to arrange like tickets and where to stay, the travels, like it's a lot of money, right? That you need to attend
Yeah,
that.
for sure. Big investment.